Yes, the first medicine as a pill in the world history of medicine is a painkiller called Salix alba in Latin, in English language, white willow. It was used for pain and fever. In antique writers, antique medical writers, Hippocrates, Galen, and Celsus underlined the therapeutic potency of willow bark in inflammatory processes. But many centuries later, an English reverend used willow bark for pain. At that time, they called for pain, general pain, ague word. And this Englishman used willow bark instead of Peruvian bark, because Peruvian bark was coming from South America and it was very expensive. Willow bark was very cheap, and he used willow bark for in fever and for pain. He also published his studies in philosophical transactions in the 18th century. In 1826, a French scientist isolated active ingredient in yellow bark and called it salicylene. In 1876, positive effects of salicylic acids on rheumatism published in the Lancet medical magazine. At that time, they were very well known about the gastrointestinal side effects of salicylic acid, but they don't know anything about hematological side effects of it until the 1970s. Later, the newly developed Bayer Pharmaceuticals developed a less toxic version of this salicylic acid and called it aspirin. And at the beginning of the 19th, the aspirin became a wonder drug of the era, especially in the First World War. During the First World War, Russian Empire, also a part of the First World War, she was allied with the England, British, and French against Germany. And there was a Tsar, the Nicholas II, at the head of the Russia. And Tsar has a kid, Tsarina, called Alexei. Alexei has a disease called hemophilia. And there was an interesting monk at the imperial palace of Russia at that time. This monk, like an advisor called Rasputin, and he did an interesting role in the history of medicine and history of the political history of the world. Rasputin, the events related with Rasputin in Russian, they say Rasputishchina. Rasputin was a wandering monk from Siberia, worked as a faith healer in the Russian palace. As someone said at that time, he was a lover of Empress Alexandra Feodorovna, and he was like a master of his son, the Tsarina Alexei. Alexei frequently have arthralgias because of hemophilia. And the doctors of the palace frequently gave him aspirin for the pains of the child. But as we know now, aspirin has side effects, and aspirin can ooze of the blood from the vessels inside the hemophiliac arthropathic systems, anatomical systems, and it can cause much pain. Instead of relieving the pain, aspirin can give much pain to the hemophiliacs. But the doctors of that time, they know nothing about that, and they continued to give aspirin to the son of the Tsar Nicholas II. And the situation of the child getting bad continued to progressively decline. Then the Tsarina Fedorovna called the Rasputin to the case. Rasputin take away all the doctors from the palace. Yes. And he stopped giving any medication to the child. Instead of medications, especially aspirin, he gave some herbal medicines to the child. The situation of the son of the Tsar getting better and better. But there was huge amount of poverty in the people of Russia. They defeated at the north east from Japan, Imperial Japan, and the economic situation of the people was very bad. And the rumors about the Rasputin's role in the palace affected much, very badly, of the people. The Rasputin's affair, in Russian Rasputinchina, dealt a deadly blow to Tsarist authority and caused the mass desertion of the Tsar by supporters of the autocracy. During the First World War, in the third winter of the war, Russian army was in the terrible condition of cold, bad supplies, and war fatigue. Rumors about the Rasputin and the Tsarina was a German woman, they called them, changed the nature of the national economy and society as a whole. These factors paved the way to Soviet revolution, and aspirin played an interesting role in this period. Thank you.